Hi there, I'm Matt Keene. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want, the Our Learning series. When I was in grad school, I remember being in what was called a social science survey methods class. I think I signed up for it because it sounded very important. Not because of the subject matter, but just a long name for a class. And we were having a day where we were practicing interviewing, like talking, conversing. One person talks to another, and we were practicing questions and writing good questions and talking about good questions. And I had this thought, well, this is silly. I'm taking a class about how to talk. What do I need that for? All those other classes and trainings and such that I've already had were so much better. And then I was like, what? I'm in graduate school and this is the first class I've ever had that's explicitly about systematic approaches to conversing with others, developing relationships in the short term there, and learning and understanding a person's perspective. Like, whoa, my whole life people have been putting me in a desk, pointing me to the front of the room, telling me, be quiet, stop passing notes, don't whisper, get back in your seat, don't tell a joke, you better not laugh, be quiet. Oh, and when you talk, stand in front of the class, and you're the only one talking, and nobody else talks, and you deliver a bunch of information to them. Tell them what's up. Otherwise, there's one expert in this room, and it's me at the front of the classroom. So, this thing, in grad school, right? And, it's about survey methods, so it's very utilitarian, extractive, exploitative in a way, right? I'm trying to get something from somebody else, and that's why I'm learning to have a conversation for the first time, sort of. Okay, well, there's good in that, and there's maybe some other stuff that's not so healthy in that. Learned about presentation, but that's not conversation. That's not a dialogue. But maybe we don't need to talk to people. Maybe we don't need to train, to practice, to take systematic approaches to become better at conversations, to become better at interacting and developing relationships with others. Well, that's not how I feel about it. I think that our context, we are becoming ever more ignorant of, just with the total amount of information that is existing, and the context is changing so fast all around us. We are understanding less and less, perhaps about more and more, with our intense specialization in whatever our particular field is, and our isolation in many ways from others, and lack of one-to-one or group conversations. This world of accelerating change, we must, in order to create a future we want, we must co-evolve with this world, shaping it as we go, while it shapes us as we go. There is that interdependence and conversation with our fellow human to understand each other's values. What do we know? What do we understand? How do we understand it? How did we come to understand it? What is our vision of a future we want to create? What are our values that inform the vision that we want to realize in the future? What outcomes are we experiencing? How do we know? How do we assess how well we are delivering those outcomes? There is so much to inquire about, and it requires humility. We must start from a place of understanding we do not understand much, if anything, very little. Others have understanding that we do not have. There are constants that we can always inquire about. We can inquire about perspectives, people's perspectives. We can inquire about relationships that we see between people and others in nature, technology and humans, our values. What are the relationships? We can inquire about boundaries. What are the boundaries within which others are functioning or thinking? Are we able to change the boundaries, expand expand them or shrink them? What are the dynamics? How fast is everything changing? What is changing? What is not changing? In what ways? We must connect. We must connect. My daughter and I have a little game we play, meeting new people. How can we develop a somewhat significant relationship in a short time? A person's name, and then somehow surfacing 3 values from which we can start to build a relationship. 3 values in common or something. 3 values of that person, something they're passionate about. I'm Matt Keene. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want, the Our Learning series. What's your vision for a future of healthful conversations?